why can one LLM neuron respond to completely different things? By the end, you will see 5 patterns squeezed into 2 dimensions. That simple picture explains one neuron can react to French words, computer code, and famous landmarks. It also explains why studying one neuron by itself can be misleading. First, think of a feature as something useful the model can notice. A feature might detect quotation marks, Python code, a city name, or a formal language. The model responds these features using patterns of numbers called the activations. Imagine the model has only 2 storage slots, but it wants to remember 5 different features. The easiest solution would be to give every feature its own slot, but there are not enough slots, so the model has to make several features share the same space. Why is sharing possible? Because most features are not needed at the same time. A sentence about Paris probably does not also need a DNA feature, a Python feature, and a legal language feature. Most features stay inactive most of the time. This lets the model pack several features into the same limited space. Researchers call this as a superposition. Instead of giving every feature its own separate access, the model stores the features as a different direction across the same dimensions. Think of 5 arrows drawn on a page with only 2 axes. Each arrow points in a slightly different direction. The arrows overlap, but they are still different enough that the model can often tell which feature is active by looking at the full pattern. But we should also think that the compression is not perfect. If a 2 shade features activate together, their patterns can interfere. One feature can slightly look like another. The model accepts some of this confusion because storing many useful features is more valuable than keeping every feature completely separate. This is why a single neuron can appear polysemantic. Polysemantic means that the same neuron responds to several unrelated ideas. The neuron itself does not contain one clean meaning. It is only one part of several overlapping patterns. Researchers have tried to separate these mixtures using a sparse autoencoder takes the model mixed activations and break them into a large collection of simple features. For example, in Claude 3 Sonnet, researchers found a feature strongly connected to the Golden Gate Bridge. So the important meaning may not live inside one neuron. It may live in a pattern spread across many neurons. Sparse autoencoders can reveal some of those hidden patterns, although the separation is not perfect. Superpositions gives an LLM more storage capacity than its number of neurons might suggest. But the price of that compression is that its internal reasoning becomes much harder for humans to inspect. One neuron's confusion is also the model's compression.